It's Antoine Houser, the Houser Show, episode 4. This episode here is going to be dedicated to the HouserPros. We're going to talk about the shoe company, how we built it from scratch, dedicating this whole episode and basically just talking about the business, right? This is going to be the last episode. I'm basically going to be giving you guys my documentary. We're going to get into more topics, you know, starting on the 5th episode, which is the New Year's episode. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about HouserPros and how we built this international shoe company with only $500.
Houser Productions, NTH, EGP, ATG. What up? Most High Entertainment. Yo. Family on my back, and I ain't tripping either. Still the first rapper in Alabama with a sneaker. Houser Productions got a team for the leaders. I'm on my 3rd movie, I don't see how you can beat us. If you down to elevate the world, then we recruit you. Wrote 2 children books, I'm trying to say the future. All I see is my vision, I don't see y'all, not convinced that ain't.
Episode 4, the Houser Show, the HouserPro edition. The #1 family shoe company in the world. We're finna talk about how we built it. So on this episode, you know, I want to get into the entrepreneurship journey to where we at today. So what I did was I laid across 9 of our colors that we have right now, right? But we're gonna get into depth about the shoes, the colors, you know. So we're gonna take it back. Like I mentioned in the first episode, we started this company during the pandemic with only $500. We got our first 10 pairs in. So this was one of the first pairs that we made. Yep, it's dirty, but for the most part, still great condition. 4 years. Had it shoe 4 years. Still great condition. First ever HouserPro shoe made. This got to go in the frame somewhere. So we launched this shoe company, $500, able to get 10 in, sold the 10 out, right? And then we went from there. But before we get into that, man, let's talk about, I'm going to talk about me as the entrepreneur, how I had to shift my mindset into changing how I think to even do this, right? My wife did it. My wife came from an entrepreneur background. So me, I come from a working background where we're working hard and, you know, poverty and poverty mindset, poverty structure. So that's all I knew was work or the military. So I've been working 2 or 3 jobs since I got out of high school at 16. So that's all I pretty much knew. So when I went into my wife around 18, 19 years old, 19, 20 years old, she was an entrepreneur already. She was already doing her, already thinking of business ideas. She was that, right? So I wasn't. So it took me a while to come along, right? So, you know, we got married in 2014. So it took 6 years for me to really realize entrepreneur. Well, I ain't gonna say that because when I really seen this Dame Dash interview in 2015, they kind of made me shit like, bro, this job is not gonna be it. Working these jobs is not gonna be the answer. But I didn't really know what I wanted to do as far as like entrepreneurship wise. I didn't really know what to sell, what I needed to do for product wise, but I just knew that woke me up. So my wife one day said we should start a shoe company or create our own shoe to go along with your music to make your music pop. I said, yeah, but like, this is how you know when you really messed up mentally. When I want to say I was scared. I was operating on the safe survival aspect of things because I had children, I had her. So I'm like, man, I don't want to take no gambles, no risks, and it don't work. And I just wasted a lot of energy and time and money. So that what I was stuck on in 2019. Right before the pandemic happened, which I told you, I kind of was predicting the pandemic was going to come through my music and through research that I did, but I didn't know that it was going to be like this, though. So it's just crazy how God works and how the universe works because we created it right before it happened. So we already sent the money, already got the drawing, already got it pretty much created in the process before it even hit. So when the shoes finally came, which was these right here, came in, it was a goal. So I had to really shift my mindset and understand that entrepreneurship was it. Cause I started following entrepreneurs that came from nothing, that made millions, selling their own products. Like I had to really changed my mindset. And I tell people that start businesses, like, you gotta have a mindset for this. You gotta be built for this. Like, you can grow through it though, but this gotta be really what you want to do. Because if you don't, when you have them days where you don't sell anything, you're gonna quit. Period. So, like I said, God really been good to us, man, because we really didn't struggle when we first started it. When we first launched our shoe company, when we got our shoes in, we sold right out the gate, which was very shocking to me. I didn't really expect it to blow up like it did, to be honest. That's not even trying to be negative. I just didn't really have no expectations. Because at this point, I'm like, I have nothing to lose. So I'm trying to, at this point, like, the thing about me being married to my wife is she very intense. So she want to make $1 million. She like, we finna be millionaires. I don't know what you talking about. So it was no feeling. It's no feeling being married to my wife, period. You can't fail. Like, you have to make it. And that changed me as far as an entrepreneur level. I was just on survival mode, working 2-3 jobs. You know, the same, typical thing you do when you come out of poverty. But I didn't not understand that ain't really giving me no more money. All it is just wear and tearing on my body. It had me gaining weight. Had me losing my hair, had me really going through it. And I wouldn't say I was stressed out. I just think overworking myself, not sleeping, eating bad, and it just caught up to me because once I finally got on my own and got a car and stuff like that, I wasn't able to work out and hoop like I used to. So that's all I've been thinking about, just working. So when I got this entrepreneurship, man, it was the best thing that ever happened to my life. So I think me and my wife was probably actually the biggest impact in my life could have ever encounter before my children came, because it changed me. It saved my life. It saved me from this working world. It saved me because I was woke. I had all the conscious information, but I ain't had the information how to make no money. I had all the information. Any information you think of, exposing the government, the cloning, any information you think that's out there that's quote unquote can be conspiracies, I know it. But I didn't have the information to make no money. So got into the shoe world, got into the shoe game. I didn't even study the shoe world. I just jumped out the window. And it's ironic that you have rappers like Kanye doing the same thing, but I wasn't a big follower of Kanye. Like, I already respected his work, respected his craft. He's still, to me, the best producer ever, but I wasn't really following him. Like, I'm gonna follow his footsteps. And it's ironic that he do the type of music that I do, which is like conscious music or whatever, and he got a shoe company, and he don't care. He outspoken. It's crazy that we got them similarities. So as I started the shoe company, I started thinking like, man, he doing the same thing. But of course he bigger, of course. But he doing the same thing, and I do. It just was crazy how they went, and I wasn't really no follower of Kanye per se. So now that I got at that mindset, I said, hey, let me go and launch these shoes. No expectations. I'm gonna just jump out the window. We need it. We want to do it. I'm married to an intense woman. We want to make millions. Boom. Right out the gate. Got my first 10 in. Sold them first 10 within a day. I took that 10. I think I sold them for I want to say $80. I sold them for $80. Sold them. Made what I made off that thing. I made like $600. I can't really remember. I think it was like $500. But I took that same 6 and 5, and I started building a relationship with my manufacturer. So I ended up sending it all to him. He ended up making me 20. Got them 20 in, promoted online, do what I do. I ain't hit international at this point. So at this point right here, we still here in the States. We still here. So at this point, boom, I went back online, went through my same process, posting. Sold them 20 out in a week. Okay. So then, and I only, matter of fact, when I still got the 20, I only had the purple and I had the tan ones. These was the first two I made right out the gate. And I sold them out. These was my best sellers for a while. Those was my best sellers for a while. So when we dropped those, man, people went crazy. So sold them out. I took that. I made $1,200. Took that $1,200, sent it right back out. At this point, now I got 50 made. Oh, now we in the game. So this is how I did it. So when I got these 50 pairs in, as they making them, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try something. I didn't study the e-commerce world. I ain't study the best way to sell, how to market. I didn't study none of that. So what I did, I had the pictures. Only had the pictures. So when I got the pictures, I just posted them. Like, hey, pre-order now, $90. I would just post them in the Facebook group. $90. Post now. I mean, boom. They jumped on it. Everybody that jumped on them was out of state. Ran into this person that was from Germany. So it happened they was in the military. Boom. Bought them. Pre-ordered everything. So the person that, what was so good about the person in Germany buying them, the ones that they wanted, I actually had them. Because I think I got a sample pair of these purples in, and they bought them. So, but everybody else had pre-ordered the other colors. I think I had like white and black. I had these, had the white ones on there. I had the pink ones on there. These wasn't even made yet. These 21s right here. These weren't even made. It was just the 20s. I had the lime green and I had the white ones, man. People pre-ordered the white ones, the white and black. I think I got the white and black over here somewhere. So I had the black ones, white and black. It was going crazy. Ordered them. So they were pre-ordered. So the person that got theirs in Germany got them in three business days. They got them and they posted them in the same group. Went crazy, viral, everywhere. Germany hit me up, Spain hit me up, Hawaii hit me up. Everybody was going crazy. To the point where this is July the 3rd. July the 4th weekend. I mean, $2,500 in 2 days. I was selling shoes for $80. Sold out. Well, I ain't say sold out because it pre-order. Pre-order, $2,500. Easy. To the $2,500. Sent it back to him. So, mind you, these pre-orders I got coming in, matter of fact, they was already sold. So, once I sent him that $2,500, they just in the first 3 months of business. First 3 months of business. So, in the first 3 months of business, I sent them the 25. Boom. End up getting 300 in. Now, at this point, we transition. We finna move. Moving for where we were staying at to another place. So, we in the transition moving because we needed a bigger space for the shoes. So, I wanted to get an area designated for the shoes. So, we ended up moving. And then, but mind you, at this point, I'm booming. I'm the only person doing what I'm doing in my field with my story. See, that's pretty much what sold a lot of people when I was building this company, because my story was so unique. I was a father, entrepreneur, worked 2 full-time jobs at this time. So I worked 16-hour shifts, pretty much two full-time jobs. Plus, I'm running a successful business internationally. Where I find the time to do all this? So that was the story, and that's what people were buying into, and also it was a good product. Once I delivered on the product, it was a wrap. And I ain't even studied the game. Like, I don't regret how I did it because it was organic and I had to learn from my experiences. But at this point here, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. The shoes went in, yeah, they pre-ordered. Boom, we good. So now when the business take a turn. So on that note, we'll take a little break. When we come back, I'm gonna get into depth about when we started to go downhill a little bit before we came back up again. So it's like the rise and fall of HouserPro. It's crazy. But yes, we'll get into depth about how it started going downhill, how it came back up, went down, and we're up again. Right? So we'll be right back. Cool. So we right back. This is the Houser Show episode 3. HouserPro edition. Hey y'all, we back again. This is the HouserPro. Hey, back again. Episode 4, the HouserPro edition. Let's talk about it. So, we're at this point now where we finna transition our home. I mean, me and my family, we finna move, right? So we getting ready to move, and we're moving to a place. And at this point, we booming. We selling out. Shoes came in. Everybody got their shoes. I had the pink ones still. Had these. I had the white and black ones. I had the all white. I had all the colors came in. Everybody got their shoes. Everybody was happy. We moving at this point. So I ended up selling. Where I was staying at, I ended up selling all 300 pairs that year. That particular thing, 3-4 months, ended up selling all 300 pairs to the point now I'm finna get 1,000 in. So all the 300 pairs of money, sent it off, got 1,000 made. That's when I ended up getting the 21s made. But I had got my original pair of 21s had got messed up real bad. I couldn't even show you guys, but I will post a picture so you guys can see how the 21s look, or I'll post a video in this show so you guys see how the original 21s look. But I ended up getting the 21s in, which was the new design, in the 1,000 pairs, and I brought the black ones back. I brought the green. I brought all the 20s back, and I brought some new 21s. So this is when it started again. It started jumping. So I ended up getting pre-orders for these for $120. People was paying for it. They sold out of these for $120. And then of course, I had the 20s. They was buying them. Now mind you, these was pre-orders again. I pre-ordered again. I ain't have no shoes in at this particular moment, but I was getting a pre-order. All right. So now we finna move again. This is 2022. My second son was born. And now my daughter was, my son was born 2020. Boom. So 2021, 2022. So we're moving again. This is where it started getting crazy because now I'm moving, but the house not ready yet. So we in a situation now where I'm getting shoes coming. I don't even know where I'm gonna be at before the shoes even get here. So I end up basically we end up pretty much kind of like being homeless in a way, because we waiting on the house to get ready. So we're in the in-town suites. Me and my family stay in the in-town suites. Mind you, people asking for their money back, because at this point the shoes supposed to came in September, but we end up having a situation where they got delayed at customs. These pre-orders over like maybe $5,000 in pre-orders. All of them got damaged. That summer when they supposed to came, the 2021 summer, or was it 2022 summer? It was 2022 summer. When they supposed to have 2021 summer, yeah, 2021 summer. When they supposed to have came, they got delayed and got damaged at the customs. All that money gone. So at this point, people ask for refund. This 25, almost $5,000 in refunds. I think I had to give back at this point. So I'm going into a point where that summer, my wife was pregnant with my second son, and then we moving. We staying in the in-town suite. By the time I staying in the in-town suite, that became expensive. So we think we finna move again. House still ain't ready. So we waited 4 or 5 months to get into a home we thought was gonna be ready in May. We didn't get into it until September. But between May and September, we in hotels, sleeping in the car. Like, we really went through it that year. That was the worst year of our company, plus of our life since we've been married, and our children went through that. So that was pretty much at the lowest point we've been in this company. We had to get $5,000 worth of refunds back. People shamming the company, saying we were scamming, all that type of stuff. So I had to figure out a way how to. I was working still, so I had to use my money to get refunds back. Because at this point, I have no shoes in at this point, so I'm waiting for them to come. So boom. Gave all the refunds back, giving all the refunds back throughout the time period. So now the company gone, coming downhill. So I end up quitting my job that September, and I wanted to rebuild the company. This is 2021 September. What did 2022 September? Why I said, you know what, I'm gonna rebuild the company. So I went basically shut down the company at least 16 months so I can get money back and pretty much just rebuild. So we pretty much rebuilt that year and a half to get back. So technically, we don't really been in business really 3 years, 2020, summer 2021, 2023, and this year. We really only been no, I'm tripping, it's 2023. So we only really been in business 2 full years, which was 2020, full year, 2021, half of that year, and 2022, 2023, really only been in really 3 years, really 2.5, 3 years, because we had to shut down in 2021. Bad. You had all the refunds back, man. It was terrible. Now that I'm thinking about it. So for me to be where I'm at now with this company is strictly God, because like I said, we supposed to have been gone. We supposed to have been out of here. So before I get into how I rebuilt it, gotta take another break, man. So you guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, I just got 3 pairs of shoes from my boy Antoine, man, at HouserPro. And man, check them out, man. Check them out. They feel real good. The cushion feel like memory foam, and I know they look good. You like the way the sun hit them. As a matter of fact, I had to get that 3 deal, man. You know, he got deals that come once in a lifetime. So I had to give me that 3rd set. Black one's real nice, man. Real nice.
Let me see let's show them the new box. It's a new improved box.
Man, check out the box, man. New logo, very high quality, man. Very high quality. You never let me down, man.
All right, we back. Episode 3. Oh yeah, we back. Houser Show, episode 4, the HouserPro edition. All right, so the rebuild started. So during the rebuild process, what I came to a conclusion by, at this point, I'm kind of seasoned in the industry. I'm learning sales, because I worked in sales when I worked at True Green and Unlimited Lunch. I sold lunch for a minute, so I'm pretty much familiar with sales. So what I wanted to quit my job for 3 months to rebuild a company. All right, so what I ended up doing was marketing different. I started marketing like crazy, like 3 times a day. You know the thing they say 3 times a day on all different platforms, but I ain't never used TikTok. I only promoted on Instagram and Facebook. I started paying for ads. Mind you, I quit my job, went cold turkey. I understood that I had to become this business. I had to eat, sleep, breathe HouserPros for it to get to the next level. That's what I did. Woke up in the morning, promote. Writing people. This is the thing about this business, which it's so much stuff to cover in this business, the ins and outs. This is how I did it. So this is the thing what's so important. about marketing. I did it a different way. I literally wrote 1,000 people at least every week. At least. Man, you really wrote 1,000 people. I'm selling them. And we can go back. Let's go back to early on in my sales. The people that I sold when we were selling, we made it $2,500 in that weekend. I literally wrote every single person that sold them. Everybody that bought from me until 2022, I personally wrote them because I didn't have no site. That's another thing I forgot to mention. I didn't have a site. When we sold, well, when we made $2,500 and I made 2 days, I was selling the sneakers for $50 because we didn't even have a site. So let's go back. If you guys can remember, I'm sure you guys remember, during the pandemic, right at the pandemic mark, we had a situation where a cop killed the guy, and, you know, that whole situation happened, and pretty much the Black Lives Movement was happening, and people were really supporting the black people. So at that point, I think everything just kind of aligned like perfectly, because no lie though, a lot of people bought because we was black people. Just keeping in the bean. Everybody really a lot of people was buying because they want to support black businesses, and they were trying to make a statement. So, you know, we were so happy to just be in the moment at the right time, and blew up. Just being real. So I didn't have a site, and these people was pre-ordering shoes like it wasn't nothing. I was so grateful for that, man. And to this day, I'm still grateful for those people that did that, because they trusted us to deliver their product. We appreciate that. So before then, we pretty much sold probably like 1,500 without a site. We just got this site last year. We sold about 1,500 without a site. And like I said, I was writing people. Like, that's how I was marketing. I didn't have no automated machine. I didn't have no machine behind me. I wasn't doing no ads. I did do ads, but I didn't sell anything off the ads. The ads were pretty much just there to let people know, hey, we here. We're in Birmingham. We're the #1 fan of shoe company. I'm first rapper with a shoe company. That pretty much was the move. But for the most part, everybody that I sold for that year and a half, I physically wrote myself. I did the work. I put that work in the grind. When I quit my job that year, for those 3-4 months, I didn't work at all. I was just strictly HouserPros. Now, the only thing about that, only thing that messed me up when I did that particular at that point, was the money didn't go back into the business. I was using the money to help my family, to feed pay bills around the house, because I quit. That's why I messed up it. I think I messed up when I did that, because I should have kept working and let my business breathe. So since that moment, my business wasn't able to breathe, because now all my bills is getting paid through my business. My business ain't at that level where I can, it making me $15,000-$20,000 a month, where I'll be able to pay out my bills and fund the business. It wasn't happening like that. Cause like I said, I started this business by myself. I ain't have no funds, no loans, none of that. This is strictly off the groundwork and my job money. So I didn't have no grants. So all the money I had to use for eat, food, stuff like that. So I think that's where I kind of took a turn financially in the business wise, but it was still working, because I was still selling like crazy. So after that, I ended up going back to work, and the shoe company kept going. It kept growing. Now, January this year, right? We was already international, but when this year hit in January, we start getting multiple shoes going to Canada, Africa, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, South Asia, Japan, Germany, Italy, Australia. We start touching everywhere. For some reason, when we hit that January mark, I'm doing guerrilla marketing. And like I said, I'm promoting in groups. I'm putting them in certain groups. Now, this is the thing about groups. Everybody wasn't making money in these groups. Like, I was in these groups. People promote their business. They weren't selling. They weren't getting no type of interaction, no engagement, no likes, no comments. I put the HouserPros in there. They went crazy. My story, man, like I tell people when they get a business, sometimes your story is what sells people. Like I said, people still supporting black businesses because of that incident. So that changed the world. The pandemic and what happened to us during the time, the riots and everything like that made more millionaires than ever. Now, God bless the ones that lost their folks during the pandemic, but people that made it out, that really survived, the most millionaires was made in the course of this time period. So like, and we were just at the right time, at the right place at the right time, man. We took over. So with that being said, that's pretty much how we grew. We organically grew with no ads, nothing, no funding, nothing. I pretty much did the groundwork, promoted myself, and I was writing like, man, I was writing like 1,000 people a week. And I still had to work. So I was writing people at work, writing people at home, writing people at the grocery store, writing people in the car. I'm just hitting people up. Hey, HouserPro, check them out. HouserPro, check us out. Hey, my name is Antoine. How you doing? You know, I see you work out. I'm writing people. Man, when I wasn't doing no copying and pasting. I was literally going on people's pages, seeing what they do, writing according to what they do. And if they like the post or comment on the post, I'm writing them right away. I got blocked a couple of times. People said they were going to report me, but I didn't care. It's all about HouserPros. I lived and breathed HouserPros. At that moment there, when I quit my job, I realized I have to breathe this company. I was listening to lectures of entrepreneurs, about how they breathe their company, wake up, making sales, go to sleep, making sales. I had to get into that mode to make this grow. So this year alone, we were reaching all over the world. Like, it's amazing. This is our biggest year because we went farther than ever. We shipped more off at one time. Like, sometimes I was shipping off 10, 15 a week. You know, this is a small shoe company business. It's not a big large corporation yet. So shipping 15 a week, making sales like that. This summer was crazy. Like, it was an amazing year. So I just say thank you to everybody that bought HouserPros, man. So as I did the movies and got the shoe, did the music, I wasn't able to put it all together yet. But I think going into this new year, 2024, I'm gonna be able to put it all together and really solidify my spot as the first rapper with a shoe company. Cause that's what it is. First rapper with a shoe company, period. HouserPros. We're international. So thank God for that, man. Thank God for that. So like I said, I wanted to get into detail about what we do, man. The business side of things at HouserPros. So that was a situation happened with that. As far as like I said, the situation we went through with the refunds was really bad. I mean, I know I talked about that early on, but it was really tough. It was really tough to get through that. You know, cause my wife was pregnant at the time. It was just a bad time, man. My wife was pregnant at the time when we was going through the refund situation. Mind you, we had no place to stay at the time, so waiting for our house to get ready. Went through like a homeless phase. It's like homeless to shoe company or something. But something like that. I had to rebuild it. Lost all my customers. Lost a lot of customers. A lot of customers never came back. A lot of customers got their refunds and blocked us and just made bad reports on us and everything. So that was a big part of our success story now, because I didn't give up. I kept going. Then I overcame it and I made it out of it. Now here we are now. Since last year when we went through that slump, I ended up getting 1,500 pairs in, and we down to our last 500. Now I got 1,500 in May. This is all the end of the year. We sold a lot. We down to like 500. Sold like 1,000. We're down to like 505 to be exact. So we're going into this new year. So we created new goals for ourselves. I wanted the company to reach a 6-figure mark by 2025, meaning we grossing 100,000 a year off shoes, 10,000 a month selling shoes. So that's what we headed to. So, you know, first rapper with a shoe company, man. Log on to the site HouserPro.net to get the shoes. We got customers all over the world. We have sold close to 3,000 to date, 7 different continents, 8 different countries, every state in America, every state, pretty much every city in Texas we hit. We everywhere. We global, and I'm very grateful and humble that we are global, because I never thought me creating a shoe company coming from Norway, Birmingham, Alabama, I'd be global on a shoe company. You know, one of the things I do think about, I'm not really big in my city. You know, that's one of the things here in Birmingham. So that's one of the things I think about a lot. We're not really big here, but I don't know why, to be honest, because I promote here, kinda, but I don't know. But we are so big outside of here. It's crazy. Like, on my friends list on Instagram, Facebook, it's just people out of town, you know. But I would love to be big here. But one thing I did learn about your city, though, they're only going to really support you when you get big. Mind you, I got a lot of customers here. I don't have a lot, but I got some customers here that was very loyal and bought shoes from me. and really came back and bought a lot from me. So I really appreciate those customers I have in Birmingham that did buy HouserPros. But for the most part, though, for us to be global, international, it's kind of on the kind of backwards not to be big like that in your city. So I don't know. Hopefully it changes soon, but you know, either way, we going to new levels. So I want to take this episode to really just get into HouserPros, the backstory of HouserPros, how it's created, and you know, give my appreciation to the people that do support. So you do want to pay HouserPros, you can go to HouserPro.net right now. I put the link below this video so you guys can get a pair of the new HouserPros. They're pretty much it on the shoes, man. So y'all don't know, I'm Antoine Houser, CEO, founder of the Houser Empire, of the Houser Productions, the #1 family shoe company in the world, the first rapper with a shoe company, right? Got books, you know, got movies, you know, 5 children, beautiful wife, still working the job in medical field, about to get ready to go to nursing school soon. So I'm checking off my list, but I'm still going to be a millionaire by 35 for sure. Like, no doubt about it. So, with that being said, you guys stay tuned in. These episodes will be dropping back to back to back. So, 2, 3, and 4 will be dropping kind of the same time. We getting prepared for our New Year's episode. Well, I'm probably going to have some guests on. Like I said, I have my brother to come in, chop it up with us a little bit. We're going to get into some, you know, some history about me and him, or whatever we want to talk about. We're going to pretty much, you know, give you guys some entertainment with some education. You know, like I said, this is a family show, so you won't be hearing no gossip, talking about other people, talking about these celebrities and who's sleeping with who. We're not talking about none of that stuff. If we're going to be talking about celebrities, y'all, you know, the people like that, gonna be business owners, multi-millionaire that aspire to you, somebody I feel like y'all should follow when you're in the entrepreneurship world. But I kind of just wanted to, you know, go over all these businesses that we have going on. So like I said, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. Episode 5 will be coming out, I want to say New Year's Day, to start the New Year's out. We will drop episode 5. We will be like I said, the first episode. They say the first episode of the journey. You know, this is like pretty much the introduction episode, so you guys can really get to know me. But hey, I appreciate you guys for watching. Staying tuned in. We got so much coming up for you guys, man. I got new movies, new books, new music. It's so much, man. So I'm not gonna hold you guys anymore. You guys take care, be safe. Keep God first. Peace.